To watch someone leave you is it's painful, to see their personalities go, see them forget their friends, forget their family, all the things that they loved.
Being a physician, I had probably more of an insight into the problem than many would have, but it's still a pretty cold slap in the face with someone who is a loved one who you see slowly slipping away, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
When Jim was first diagnosed, I felt like I cried a river. But I continued to cry for the 10 years of his disease process.
Alzheimer's disease, there's no treatment for it. You can manage it. Medications can modify it, maybe slow the progress, maybe not. But you just have to endure it and do the best you can.
Don and I met at Louisiana Tech in an accounting class, which he was repeating. And then we got married February the 1st, 1969.
My wife and I met in college back in the late 70s, and both graduated from Vanderbilt, which is in Nashville, Tennessee. And Carla was very smart. She graduated with a degree in mathematics in 1973. That was unusual for a lady, and we got married when I was in medical school.
I met my husband Jim when I was a junior in college. We dated 2 years, and then we were married for 52 years. It was a wonderful life with him. We had 3 children, and he was very committed to being present in our children's lives, and he never missed a dance recital or a school play or a soccer game. Jim was a great pawpaw. He could sit and play with his grandchildren for hours, and it was a great comfort to my children and myself to watch their pawpaw playing with their children.
Don was in sales, and he was very good at his job. He was very fun-loving, gregarious. He would clown around. Don passed away February of last year. He had a long life, but I feel we had more time together had he not had Alzheimer's.
Carla was, of course, busy being a wife and then a mother, but she always loved teaching, and she always loved teaching about her faith, about the Bible, and her love of her Lord. And Carla became the local teaching leader for Bible Study Fellowship. And that's a pretty big job. She gave a lecture once a week to 300-400 women on a Bible topic.
On a professional level, Jim was an attorney. He was very intelligent. He was a brilliant problem solver. He was very involved in the community and in the church. He loved to take care of people, and for most of our married life, he took care of me in one way or another, and that was until Alzheimer's hit.
Some of the first things that happened was more of a dependence on me. He wanted me to be near him.
She began to have signs of not being herself, let's put it that way. She was actually diagnosed with the Alzheimer's disease when she was 57 years old.
It was just a personality change because he went from being independent to a child.
I frequently became his playmate, and being the playmate of the love of your life is just devastating. One of my big prayers through all of this had been that Jim and I would not lose our connection, and God honored my prayer. And even a few days before he died, he said, "My wife." When he could no longer call my name, he could still say, "I want my wife." And so that's very special. We never lost it. We always knew who each other was and loved each other.
What I saw in Carla and others is that once you have this diagnosis and if you're at home, you become isolated, and that you're just there by yourself or with a caregiver, and it's a terrible place to be. There's nobody there.
We had friends that were involved with Alzheimer's services that said you should maybe consider going to Alzheimer's services and see what they have to offer, and maybe even Charlie's place. And once I got him here, he was happy.
I could bring Carla down here, and Carla could enjoy the people and the music and the love and the laughter
They would do fun socials for us. They'd have a Mardi Gras party. There was music. There was things that we could be involved in together.
He even made friends. I was told by a doctor that he was not capable of making friends anymore. But at Charlie's Place, he made friends, and he loved those friends.
Don and Jim became friends. They linked up, and their personalities were similar.
And we even got together outside of Charlie's Place.
She was a very social person, and she loved people and loved music, and it gave her a place to, at least some part of the week, to have that option once again.
As a caretaker, Charlie's Place gave me some freedom to do things that I needed to do, knowing that he was in a wonderful place and I didn't have to worry about his well-being.
Charlie's Place loved my husband. They looked at him as a total person. I felt like I had a support team of every staff member at Charlie's Place and every staff member in the Alzheimer's services.
You have other people that are experiencing what you're experiencing. They're a resource for you, and you can be a resource for them.
I could call them anytime. I could share my deepest pain and anxiety, and they listened readily.
They are experts, they care, they have experience, and they will help you begin the walk.
Jim came for about 2.5 or 3 years before COVID hit. And Charlie's Place and Alzheimer's services didn't abandon us because of COVID. They had home visits. They had Zoom meetings that were an art project. And everything he and I needed to do that art project was hand-delivered to our home.
Charlie's Place is a great resource for anyone whose spouse has been diagnosed with dementia or any of the forms of dementia. And I would recommend that they get their loved one here as soon as they can so that they can benefit from the program. I tell people all the time about Charlie's Place. I'm an advocate for Charlie's Place and for Alzheimer's.
I came onto the board of Alzheimer's Services because I felt compelled to give back to this organization, which helped me so much. It provides a wonderful service for a very difficult and sad disease that's seemingly becoming more and more prevalent in society, and these organizations like Charlie's Place and Alzheimer's Services aren't found everywhere, and to have one like that so close has been a real blessing, and hopefully will be for a long time for this community.